It's finished Altrincham 0, Stockport County 2 in front of 2,119 at the J Davidson Stadium this afternoon. Assistant manager Neil Sorvel joins us. Neil, a game against Stockport County, the National League champions, returning to the Football League next weekend, and a team that's clearly further on in their preparations than we are. It's always going to be a very tough ask this afternoon.
Yeah, expected a really difficult game, and that's what we got. You know, pre-season's about having a range of different games and experiences. There's no point going into the season playing 6 or 7 games where you've got all the ball. Didn't expect to have that much of the ball today, and that's how it panned out. So there's that element of, you want that mix of games. We had to do a lot of defending today and keeping our shape. So it was definitely a useful exercise.
Stockport started very well, but the manner of the penalty was disappointing from our point of view, or frustrating.
Yeah, it's probably a bit close for the pen, but I was more disappointed with us letting the midfield lad call a run beyond us and get one-on-one with the keeper, something we spoke about on Thursday when we were working on our shape. You only have to switch off once and a team of that quality will punish you, and that's what they did.
And in the second half, we brought on a number of substitutions, and where the two clubs are in their preparations was shown by the fact that Stockport kept the same 11 pretty much. It's very difficult for a trialist to impress in a short period of time in a game like this.
Yeah, it is. It's difficult. Like I say, some of these lads have come in. They might have only trained with us 2 or 3 days this week. So it's a difficult ask for him. And as a trialist, you've got to be better than what's on the pitch. 9 times out of 10 to be taken, to be given a contract. So difficult on all fronts. They're playing with lads who are unfamiliar to themselves, but look, they've stuck at it. They've put a shift in, and credit to them.
There were quite a few positives to take from the game. Ollie Byrne in the second half made some terrific saves, and he's got a superb build for a goalkeeper.
Yeah, a couple of really good reflex saves from crosses. They score a lot of the goals. They're a real threat when they get the ball into wide areas. So yeah, pleased with the couple of saves he's made. And he's similar to Tomo last year, he's got that range in terms of his distribution. He can go long, he can clip the ball in. So he'll be a real asset for us.
And the distribution is a big part of what you and Phil are looking for in terms of a goalkeeper. There probably aren't too many goalkeepers around who fit your requirements.
Yeah, definitely. Look, if you're a team who are going to try and want to play out from the back, then the keeper needs to be of that ilk as well. If you like, needs to have good footwork, have a decent range of passing, be reliable for you. Suppose the conundrum we've got when we come up against a team like Stockport, who are going to really press us really high, is retaining the ball when we have to go that bit longer. So it's really important that the quality from the keeper going back to front or from into them front lads is as good as can be.
I was very impressed with Josh Lundstrom today.
Yeah, read the game really well, didn't he? Nicked a lot of ball back, turned over a lot of ball for us. We know what he's capable of. The 2 seasons ago when we had him here, and it'd be a great signing for us.
And the 2 fullbacks, Aidan Roxburgh and Liam Brockbank, both very attack-minded fullbacks. So today was a good challenge for them, because we knew that we weren't going to get them bombing down the wings every 2 or 3 minutes. Those opportunities might be at a premium, but I thought it was a good game for both of them.
Look, they're up against as good as you're going to get, aren't they, in the National League? Like you said, Stockport, the champions, Southern Males is as good a wing back as you'll get in the division. Thought Liam struggled against him, to be fair, first half, particularly the first 25 minutes. Got in behind him 2 or 3 times, which we got away with. But I thought he was brilliant defensively second half. Got his angles and distances right. Read the game really well, and he minimised his threat second half. So fair play to him.
And looking at Stockport, they probably won't be too far away from the top of EFL2 this season.
Yeah, 2 players, haven't they, for every position. I wouldn't have thought they'd be too far away. Yeah, maybe with the right chance, I'd imagine.
So 2 games left now, where we go to Stoke City under-23s on Tuesday, and then we finish off here against Manchester United under-23s. 2 games when the opposition are going to have a fair amount of the ball,
Yeah.
we would expect, because Stoke beat us 5-1 last pre-season. So they're going to be really good to test, and exactly what we're looking for at this stage of our preparations.
Yeah, definitely. Another 2 tough games with teams that are going to, 23 teams that keep the ball. That's what they're good at. So again, another good exercise in terms of us keeping our defensive shape and restricting the opposition. Like I say, I thought there was probably 4 or 5 good passages of play there, particularly first half, where we've worked through the press and got into the final third and created something. Probably not enough of that in the second half, but again, making the changes we did, loses a bit of continuity in terms of your team that's playing. But we know we can do better than we've done today in terms of in possession. But all in all, I thought it was a really useful exercise for us, and it'll stand us in good stead when we go into the season in 2 weeks' time.
That's the thoughts of Altrincham assistant manager Neil Sorvel on this afternoon's 2-0 defeat against Stockport County. Next up for the Robins, we travel to Stoke City under-23s to take on the Potters at their Clayton Wood training ground on Tuesday with a 3 p.m. kickoff.